Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Long time no talk. It's been a couple weeks since I filmed a video. Mom life is still going crazy. I'm never home. I'm never home. That's the short and long of it. I miss you guys. I wish I had more time to film. I wish I had more time to edit, but I'm never home. Anyways, this is going to be a finale for the Graveyard Project Pan. This is a project that was created by Emily from Emily and Max, and it started on April 1st and yes, April 30th, April 1st. I think it started on April 1st. It started sometime in April and it ended on Halloween, so I am late for this finale, and I did continue to work on some of these products after October 31st. So if I would have filmed this finale on the date that this project ended, I wouldn't have made quite as much progress. But since I was enjoying these products and since I didn't have time to film the finale, I was going to keep working towards my goals, and we have met a few goals that we wouldn't have otherwise. So I guess that's a silver lining to this cloudy situation of my abysmal YouTubing career right now. The whole point of this project was to work on anywhere between 3 and 6 products over a 6-month time frame, where you were choosing from 2 categories: either collecting cobwebs, which means products that have been sitting around getting neglected and collecting dust, or resurrection products, which are products that were previously in project pans and you didn't meet your goal on them and you wanted to work towards meeting your goal on them in this project for a second chance. Updates are every other month. Unfortunately, with my busy schedule, I only got 1 update in throughout this project. So during the 7 months that I was doing this project, there was only 1 update in between. And in that update, I did meet 2 goals. So out of the original 6 products, I have already met goals on 2 of the original 6 products. I rolled in 2 products to replace those 2. And now I've met an additional 3 goals. 4. I think we should say 3, but you'll understand why in just a second. So overall, I have considered this project to be a successful one for me. I really like 6-month-long projects. I really like mid-year projects. It's a nice segue because in an ideal world, by the time April has rolled around, I've finished off some products that I started panning in January, and it's time to roll in some new stuff. So this project always comes at a good time for me. And even if I haven't met a lot of goals, I'm usually ready for a break in panning the things that I've been working on for 4 months straight, and I'm ready to change it up a little bit. So this is just a perfectly timed project, and I think the concept of the resurrection products and the collecting cobwebs is so cute. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure at this point every single product I own either falls into one of those 2 categories, because everything is old and collecting dust and everything. By now, a lot of the products I'm working on have been in multiple projects over the years. So I think everything I own could fit into that category. And actually, usually in previous years that I've done this project, I tried to keep it even, like 3 collecting cobwebs, 3 resurrection products. But almost everything I chose in this project was a collecting cobwebs product. There was a couple of resurrection products. Let's get into the remaining 6 products. I will let you know where I ended up with them. And for the ones that I didn't meet my goal on, I'll let you know what my plans are for them, whether I'm going to try and roll them into another project, whether I'm going to keep working on them, or whether they're going to go back in the office where they could collect more cobwebs for the future. The first item was a bit of a fail. This is a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Cheeky. My goal was just to hit pan. I did not hit pan, and in fact I managed to get hard pan on this. This color doesn't really pop on me. I don't know if it ever did or if it used to, and now it has gotten faded with time, but it doesn't really show up on my skin tone much at all. When I use it as kind of a transition shade in between my brow bone and my crease, because that's really all it's good for. And I had gotten a comment in one of my other videos that I could use a silicone based primer to Revive Super Shock Shadows. And so I tried that with this. I used my Garnier 5-second blur primer in this because it's very silicone-y. And that's how I ended up with the hard pan. I'm not sure if this didn't work because this is a matte Super Shock shadow and it works better. That trick works better on like metallics and glitters, or if the Garnier 5-second blur is just not the right primer to use as a mixer to revive Super Shock shadows. But either way, I ended up with hard pan, and I never had a lot of interest in reaching for this shadow. It just never came together for me. So I did use it many times over the 6-7 months that I had this project going on, but I did not hit pan on it. And this will be going back in the office for now. I haven't really had any interest in reaching for it for a while, so I might as well just get it out of the way. The next product was a resurrection product, and it was a 2-part goal. That is from my Maybelline Eye Studio Quad in Natural Shock. This was my Panette palette, or one part of my Panette palette from last year, I believe, right? And this is in my Project Pan roast for this year. I roasted myself. So here's what the quad looks like. And the first part of my goal for this little palette was to finally repress this white shade that was shattered and broken and all over the place. And as you can see, it is repressed. And the second part of this goal was to finally hit pan in this shadow right here. When I worked on this quad as my Panette palette for last year, I only managed to hit pan in this shade, and I never hit pan in these 3 shades, but I worked really hard on that shade and I knew I was close. So I wanted to finally hit pan on it, and that was the goal I had in my Project Pan roast. I just couldn't believe that I couldn't manage to hit pan on that shadow in 12 months. And I'm happy to say now that I have hit pan. It's a decent sized pan, not huge, but it's definitely a pan. And I did repress this broken shadows along with several other broken shadows that were kind of piling up on me. I had a lot of broken makeup piling up. So I'm really glad to have that, those 2 goals met. I don't think I'm gonna keep this in the bathroom, even though I have found myself reaching for both those 2 shades, and as well as this shade right here, several times, even after I met my goal on this. Usually when I meet my goal on a product, like I put it to the side and I don't touch it, but I have found myself reaching for this. This does make a really nice brow bone highlight. I have found myself reaching for this. I really like it as an outer corner shade, and this is a pretty decent transition shade. So I actually have been reaching for those 3 shades. I really haven't touched this 4th one over here at all. But yeah, but for now, for the rest of this year, I think it'll go back in the office so that I have one less thing to focus on, and I could zero in on the remaining products that I need to be working on for the last month of the year. Oh my God. Where did 2024 go? There's only 1 more month, so I might as well get it out of the way and focus on the remaining shadows that I should be focusing on for the last 30 days of this year. But I'm super happy to have met my goal on that one, both goals. My next goal was another resurrection product. This was the Laura Mercier lip gloss in Opal. It's just a deluxe sample, but it has been in multiple projects over the years, and it's one of my all-time favorite lip glosses I've ever used. And my goal was to finish it, and I did. I actually did finish it, which is great. I don't think I finished a single lip gloss in 2023, which is always really kind of disheartening when I can't, with as many lip products and glosses in particular that I own, it's really disheartening when I don't finish one in a year. So I'm really happy to have this gone. I'm really sad to have finished this, but I'm really happy to have it out of my inventory and 1 fewer lip glosses. If I could only own 1 lip gloss, it probably would be this one. I really, really like it. I have been testing out some other glosses within my collection to see if they're suitable dupes. I'll be talking about that in my next update of Project 10 uses, but this really does stand out as far as the consistency of the gloss, the flavor of the gloss, and the overall look it gives my lips. I just really like it. Goodbye, Laura Mercier. The next product that I was working on in this project is my Too Faced Shadow Insurance in the shade Candlelight. This has a goldeny shimmer to it. It's not a clear or skin colored primer. It has a goldeny shimmer to it. It doesn't show up too much, and when I layer other shadows on top of it, you don't see it at all. I have it on today. I've pretty much worn it every day. but I did make a good dent in it. I did not quite finish it. I don't know if I realistically thought I could. I knew that was kind of a lofty goal because I require so little of this product every day, but I'm surprised by how much I reached for this and how consistently I reached for it throughout the project, and I really enjoyed it. I do plan to keep this in the bathroom for the rest of the year. I don't have anything like it that I'm working on right now as far as eyeshadow primer, so it's not like now that this project's over, I could focus on this other eyeshadow primer that I have in a different project. This is the only eyeshadow primer that is light that's in a project. I do have like an eyeshadow stick that's a more brownie shade in another project, and a lot of times I wear the two together anyways. Like I'll put this one on like the top half of my lid from like my crease upward, and then I'll put the brown shadow stick on my actual lid. So I'll keep chipping away at this for the rest of this year, and then I'll decide, if assuming there's still product left, because it really does feel like it's getting to the point where it's almost gone, I will decide if I want to roll this into another project or not when the new year starts, but it's staying in the bathroom for now. So those were all of the original 6 products. I do still have the 2 that I rolled in at the one and only update for this project. The first one being this Clean and Clear blotting powder, invisible shine control powder. I hadn't really ever used this. This was a hand-me-down from Jamie. She didn't want it anymore and decluttered it to me, and it's just been sitting in my inventory for a while. It's got this kind of blue tint to it, so I think for that reason alone, I wasn't like really attracted to it. But for those of you guys that were with me throughout the summer, you know that I was having a difficulty with oil control. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming it's hormonal, but I just felt like I would put my makeup on and like 5 minutes later it was melting off my face. And so since this product was specifically marketed as a shine control product, I thought, let's give it a whirl. So my goal was just to hit pan on it, and I'm happy to report that I did hit pan on it right there. I did get a little hard pan up here as well, which I had to scratch off, but I managed to hit pan. Do I feel that this is some kind of spectacular shine control magnet? No, it feels like really any other pressed powder, but I also am not afraid of this blue tint anymore. That doesn't really show up on my skin either. I've put a good dent in this, and even though I have other powders I need to work on for the next 30 days, I would very much like to roll this into a project at the beginning of next year with the goal of finishing it off. I think that is a realistic goal for me. I don't know if it's halfway gone, but this is such a small pan, and I have hit pan on it, and I think I could hit. I've only been working on this for like 3 months, so I think I could definitely finish this off next year if I roll it into a project. So hopefully I can find a project to put this in right at the start of 2025. I can't believe I already said that. And the final product that rolled in at the last update is this little lip liner from Coty in the shade Coffee. This is another declutter from Jamie. I really like this lip pencil, but it doesn't go anywhere, and I don't know why. It's like one of those voodoo magic situations where I use it and I use it and I use it and it never goes down. I sharpen it, it doesn't go down. And my only goal for this product was to make measurable progress, and you guys are gonna have to be the judge as to whether this counts as, I mean, I guess technically it's measurable. The line is so ridiculously close to where it was. That is my progress. Look at that. I sharpened it and everything, and that is my progress. I think that's really unbelievable, but I'm not surprised, because the whole reason I put it in this project was because I wasn't getting anywhere, even though I use it all the time. I'm wearing it today as a lip liner. I wear it all the time. I think I'm gonna keep this in my bathroom. I don't have any lip liners quite that shade, and sometimes it is the perfect lip liner, especially if I'm just wanting to wear like a gloss on top. That really helps to define my lips a little bit, plump them up just a little bit, and outline them a little bit, and without being too stark. There's something about that shade that just looks really natural. It's like a My Lips but better kind of shade, and I really like it. So I'll probably keep that in the bathroom, even though it won't be in a project. And then I'll have to see if I could fit it into a project for January. Because it moves so slowly, it's kind of a frustrating product to put in a project, because even if I'm using it all the time, I don't really make much progress, but we'll see. I really like it, and it's getting old, and so I should probably work towards using it up and moving it out of my inventory. So that is where we ended off for this project. Again, I apologize for being late with the finale of this project. If I was home even a little bit, it would be a lot easier to film in a timely manner, and I apologize. And I thank you all for being patient and waiting for these videos to come. I am off this week from work. It's my Thanksgiving break. I'm off of work for the week. My kids are out of school for the week, and I'm hoping to get a lot filmed, but we'll see. Life is funny like that. I also have to clean my whole house, and I also have to do a lot of other things. There's always a lot to do, and we'll see how much I could catch up on filming, but I am off this week, so I am finally home, and I'm very excited about that. Thank you guys so much for watching and following this video. There will be a link to the playlist. There's only an introduction and one update, but if you're interested in reminding yourself of where I started in my update for this video, you could find the link to the entire playlist of this project down below, and other graveyard project pans that I've done in the past. I believe I put them all together. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.